Hi there, my name is Ed and I'm a slow sewing friend. I recently got back from a trip to Australia, which means that I also recently did some fabric shopping in Australia. So let's see what I bought. All right, I recently got back from Australia. My husband is Australian, so I am lucky enough to go to Australia about once a year, maybe every other year. And of course, when I'm there, I always like to make time for fabric shopping. In the past, I've only gone to Spotlight because that's typically been close to where we're staying when we're visiting family. However, this time we spent a couple days in Sydney, and so I was able to go to the Sydney location of the fabric store. So in this video, I'm going to take you through all of the fabrics that I bought at the fabric store. I'm really excited about all of them. They're gorgeous. This set of fabrics leans more towards natural fibers. And then in the Spotlight video, which is a different video for that fabric haul, that has a mix of natural and synthetic. So without further ado, let's get into the fabrics that I bought on my trip to Australia at the fabric store. I feel like this might actually be the thing I am most excited for. This is it's called Orange Peel Shimmer Tweed. Oh my gosh, what just happened to the color? Okay. You know what? That'll just stay close to me then. This is called Orange Peel Shimmer Tweed. It is cotton. It's mostly a cotton blend. It has a little bit of polyester in it, but I am so excited about this. It has some shimmer in it. That's why it's called Shimmer Tweed. So it does have some metallic in it. It is so lovely. And I'm sure you can tell I already like orange. So, this is going to fit right in. And so I'm thinking for this fabric, it's going to be a lady jacket. I haven't purchased a lady jacket at all yet. I know they're very trendy and I'm sure I would like one a lot. However, I've been wanting to make one because I just don't think I don't think the arms would fit me. So I'm really looking forward to making one. In September, 2 different companies came out with a size inclusive lady jacket pattern, which frankly, that was my struggle. So this Orange Peel Shimmer Tweed is destined to either be a Closet Core Peggy jacket or a Style Le Marais jacket. Could be Le Maris, but let's pretend it's French. Also from the fabric store, I got this coral. Look, it looks really bright, but it's a coral color and it's a lining. And so I got this specifically to be a lining for that lady jacket. I thought this would be the whole jacket is going to be a pop of color, let's be real here. But this felt like the same energy as the outer, and so I thought those energies would go together. Right? Jacket and lining. I think this is going to be great. I'm really excited. So I have this lining fabric. I got, I think, 1.5 meters of it, and I can't find it on the website, and so I can't quite remember what it was. It is very slippery, and I do specifically remember not purchasing the acetate option. So this might be like a visco satin. It might have a little bit of silk in it. I do remember thinking, oh yes, I want a more natural fiber instead of an acetate lining. So this should be a very luxurious feeling lady jacket that I make with the tweed and the lining. The next fabric is a pineapple fabric. It is this pineapple fabric, which is a stretch woven, has a little bit of stretch to it. Boop, 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 boop. Not a whole lot of stretch to it, but just a little bit. I got 3 or 4 meters of this because I'm thinking matching shirts. right? Right? My husband and I, we love pineapples. And when I saw this fabric in the store, in the fabric store, there is a front seating section. There's just two very comfy chairs and a table. So my husband sat there while I trolled through the whole store. Trawled. Did not troll the store. I trawled the store. I went through the store. I perused. While I was perusing the store, my husband was sitting in this section. And I think for a lot of it, I was the only person in there because we went in the middle of the day because we were both on vacation at the time. So when I saw this fabric, it was, a couple tables away from the front. And I just sort of held it up and said, "Hey babe, do you want a pineapple button-up shirt?" And he said yes. So this went into the pile of things I got. Anyways, so I'm thinking probably a Cameron shirt and then some kind of matching shirt for me, and we'll have very cute matchy pineapple shirts. Also, in the stretch woven category, and this is a cotton sateen, the pineapple fabric is a cotton sateen. They're both cotton sateens. Anyways, got this one too. This is a bright yellow background with a white and gray floral, and then it has a navy outline. It's quite a big print, right? So this, I got 3 meters of it. I picked it up in the store and I was like, "Oh, this is really cute. I like it. What could I do with it?" And Andrew said, "Oh, this would be a really cute skirt." And I think he's right. So I am thinking this is destined to be a circle skirt, probably more in the springtime, and it will need a lining because it's a touch see-through with the white, and yellow is always kind of a see-through, difficult color. But I thought that was such a good idea, so I got it. I'm very happy with it, and it will be a very happy skirt for spring once spring arrives again. We're going to take a quick detour outside of garment fabrics, and I guess you could make a garment out of this. I just did not purchase enough. I purchased this gorgeous floral waterproof Liberty fabric. It was marketed as, I think, showerproof, but I got a 1/2 meter and I thought that this would be, if I could have, I think I would have gotten lots more and been like, let's make a raincoat. But I don't need a raincoat, and I don't really want to make a raincoat right now, so we just got a 1/2 meter, and I thought this would be a great lining for like a makeup bag or a makeup pouch because it's waterproof, or if I'm feeling very fancy, maybe a lunchbox lining, something along those lines. So I got it. It's one of their, standard prints. It's a floral. You may have seen it before, but how cute is this going to be as a lining when you open up a little boxy pouch or something, and this is what is looking out at you from inside? That's going to be so fun. I also got this remnant from the fabric store. It's the same type of fabric, that waterproof or the showerproof kind, but it's a different print, and this is 1 meter, all polyester. It's called Merlin X, and the label says it's Liberty Excel Twill. I got this specifically so I could test with it before using that really lovely floral stuff. I don't like this print. I don't really like it. So I thought this would be a great option to just test with, make some sample pouches or sample lunchbox, see how it holds up for, a couple weeks before cutting into that lovely floral fabric. But it was a remnant, so it was a bit discounted, and yeah, so I'll use it for something and see how it works. Coming back to garment fabrics, there was so much silk at the fabric store. I don't know if it's silk season, but I got pulled in, and when I was there, they were also doing a sale specifically on floral fabrics or fabrics with flowers. So if you're noticing a floral theme to my fabric store purchases, that's why. I don't quite know how to tell the difference between a silk chiffon and a silk Georgette. I'm just maybe not there yet, but every time I picked up one of the bolts of silk, it was just like lighter than air. I mean, just wow. They're just like, wow. And so I thought this was very cool with the stripes and the florals. It felt a little bit unexpected, still black and white. And I don't know what it's going to be. And so now I have a few silk things. So if you have thoughts either about sewing with silk or what to sew with just things that are lighter than air like this, I am open to options. I was thinking, a lot of these are just toppers, kind of that rectangle thing that you just sew up the sides and you just have a rich ant silk topper. And I don't know, this kind of gave me that vibe. So this is one piece of silk that I got at the fabric store. I think it's really cool. Just the colors. I think it all works together. It's surprising to me that it does work together, but I do really like it. Of course I really like it. I bought it. That's why I bought it, because I really like it. Oh my God. Like it's your first day. Ugh. Next fabric. This one is interesting. It's a gradient fabric and it feels like there's floral elements in it, but it feels like there's landscape in it too. And it's hard to tell which way it's supposed to go. I think it's supposed to go this way. God, it is so see-through. These are like light as air. They are so sheer, like just stunning. You can see like my whole face. Okay, get a grip. All right, so it's probably hard to even see the print. It is really hard to see the print on the blue, so it's easier on the green and yellow. But this is just, another, oh, look at that. It's so stunning, absolutely stunning. So got this. Again, not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. Open, very open to suggestion, to thoughts, ideas, and if it, makes sense to for it to be, kind of that topper of, do it in rectangles, sew it together, make it really easy. Great. But landscape. It just felt really cool, a landscape. So this is another length of silk that I now have that I'm going to do something with. Quick detour before we come back to the silks. For linen, one of my friends had mentioned, hey, if you're going to the fabric store, check out their linen and make sure to get some. And they were having a sale on some of the colors. One of the colors being this green. It's apple and it's a plain weave linen. I got about 3 meters. When I picked it up, I held it up to my husband and said, okay, what do we think of this? We loved the color, obviously. And he said, well, what do you think it's going to be? And I said, oh, maybe wide leg pants. And coincidentally, I was actually wearing this shirt. I was wearing this same shirt when I was shopping at the fabric store. And he said, well, why don't you make a shirt just like this one? This one is a ready-to-wear shirt that I really like. It's a double gauze. But I said, oh, that's a great idea. I would totally wear a bright green, slightly oversized, kind of tunic-y length button-up shirt. So I was thinking this lovely apple plain weave linen would be destined to be maybe an oversized shirt from the assembly line. Like many fabric stores, and certainly like Joann's used to do, the fabric store has a remnants bin where you can fish around and feel like you're getting a deal. So for these next few fabrics, I pulled them out of the remnants bin, felt like I was getting a deal, and now I have them. They are all silks because I was like, gosh, I love a deal on silk. Do I really know that I love a deal on silk? I don't know, but I like these fabrics, or at least I liked them enough to want to bring them home to experiment with them. So I am thinking, I'm going to show you the two that are my least favorite. I'll show you those first. One of them is this red and navy and light blue chain link. Ooh, yeah, that's a small print. That is a tiny print. This is a tiny print. This is a silk Georgette. Again, maybe from feeling these silks so much, I'll be able to start to tell the difference between a Georgette and a chiffon. That hasn't happened yet. This is still very lightweight. It's super sheer. I did get this specifically so I could start experimenting with sewing silk and not sew silk on my absolute favorite print ever. This is not my favorite print, so I got it for the experimentation purposes. And I'm thinking this might actually, I could try and do maybe like a NYX, like a closet core NYX blouse with this. I feel like a NYX blouse looks casual but elevated, and it's something that I could wear with at least two different bottoms in my wardrobe. I wear it with jeans, might be able to wear it with trousers. So I think I'd like to work on making the NYX blouse. The NYX dress feels a little much for what I want to do right now, but the blouse I think could be just right. And so I'd love to do some trials to see if I like it and to see if I can sew it in this kind of fabric. The next fabric is also a silk Georgette. It is a brown, brown and beige and pink, sort of abstract fabric. There's a lot of boxes here. There is not a lot of this fabric. It was 1.5 meters, so 1.5 meters on this. I don't necessarily wear a lot of brown, but I certainly don't mind bringing brown into my wardrobe. So I'm going to try. I'll figure out what I can make with this brown sheer silk and 1.5 meters, but it was $12 Australian, so I thought that was great. And again, this particular fabric isn't my favorite. It's not like my favorite color. It's not my favorite print. So this, in my mind, is a great opportunity to do some experimentation and seeing what can work with this fabric. This next fabric is also 100% silk. It's a yoryu fabric, and to be honest, if I can't really tell the difference between a chiffon and a Georgette, you know that bringing in a third silk fabric type, it's going to be hard for me. So this one does feel textured. Maybe that's the difference. I'm so unsure. Anyways, this one is super cool. It is this really lovely burgundy and teal. It has butterflies on it and like a dragonfly. It feels celestial and like green witch like. It seems really cool. It's so light, right? Just amazing. This fabric seems very cool. I have 2 meters of it, so I have enough to do something with it. I do think it would make a very cool topper. So just, couple seams and then wear it over, outfits. I had seen this on the Bolt and thought it was really cool, but I had put it back because it's maybe not my exact most perfect colors that I would pick. And I'm not super obsessed with butterflies, but when I saw the remnant of it, I was like, oh, well, that's perfect. I'll grab a remnant of it so I don't have to figure out how much to get. It'll, be on a slight discount. So that was great. And we will do something fun with it. All right. This is the last silk remnant that I picked up at the fabric store. This is the last one. And I think this one is really cool. I am super psyched about all these colors and this print. It's just really neat. It's busy, but I think it's I think it's the right kind of busy. This is a very small cut, but there were two. There were two remnants in the bin. So overall, I have about 2 meters of this very floaty fabric. This is a silk crepe de chine, and I'll say this one is easier to tell from a fabric substrate perspective because it's not as see-through, and yeah, it's a little bit, it feels a little bit smoother. Anyways, I am really excited. I am thinking if the NYX blouse works in silk, that this could be a great option for that. I really love how loud and busy this print is and how colorful it is. So I'm really excited to get this one sewn up and to be able to start wearing it. You know what? Maybe it'll just be a scarf. Maybe this little one it'll just be a little scarf.